All right, Shalom. Let's start up with saying Call Halayim Le Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and my elder Heroine as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth, sincerity, and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Khanaksan Bon Yashar from the Lions Den of Yashar Camp, and this is another Lions Den News and Prophecy. Well, not actually. This is more of a well, I don't know what to call it, exhortation or we'll just leave it. This is another lesson. All right. So the basis on this lesson was a conversation that I had with a friend of mine called me and was like, "Hey, you getting ready?" And I'm like, "What the fuck you talking about? Getting ready for what?" And she was like, "Well, it's gonna be a dark winter." I said, "I said, what you mean?" Yeah, man. Uh, she was explaining how one of her relatives, like her aunt or something, worked for some special forces in the military, and she gets top secret information. And she was like, yeah, man, it's gonna be a dark winter. So I said, okay, so what does that mean? She said, well, I think it means they're gonna cut the power. And I was like, they could, but I said, I don't think technically that's what that means. So I looked up the term dark winter, and it says, um, Operation Dark Winter was the code name for a senior level bioterrorist attack simulation conducted on June 22nd to June 23rd, 2001. It was designed to carry out a mock version of a covert and widespread smallpox attack on the United States. And if you go back to 2020, right, Joe Biden said the same thing, that it's going to be a dark winter, right? Um, didn't even go into detail as of what it was, but um, you know, basically, it don't mean it could they could cut the grid, but I don't think that's what that's meaning. Because like when Biden said it, um, um, it was right. Mm, that's crazy. I didn't think about it when he said it. It was during the time of the pandemic, you know. So who knows what it simulates this time? What type of event or incident or false flag or distraction is going to come about this winter. But so long story short, she's like, yeah, man, I went out and I bought me two kerosene heaters. You better go get you yours because they selling off the shelf. Everybody sold out. And I'm like, she's like, you got to be prepared. I said, prepare for what's to come. I said, really, you only have to be prepared for what the Lord's about to bring because He's bringing all of it. So you know what I'm saying, preparing according to his. It's like, yeah, the Lord, the Lord told, the Lord told me to go buy a kerosene heater. I said that's what he did. Which that's not a dumb idea to go buy a kerosene heater. It's pretty smart because it's saves on energy, and she has a pretty big house, and it's an old school house that doesn't have central heating air, right? But it's a nice house, big old style house, and so kerosene heaters, because her light bill be like $500. So kerosene heaters does make sense, but using a kerosene heater to prepare you for what the Lord's finna bring is not gonna suffice, you know. So I was just explaining to her like, listen, this is what you gotta prepare for. Like the Lord's bringing judgment on those places, and you the temperature or the electricity is gonna be the least thing on your mind. I said the Lord's gonna put fear in everybody. You know, there's gonna be some sense of anxiety even for the elect. You know what I'm saying? It says even the elect were afraid, like afraid. Like the Lord's bringing hell on earth, you know? And how do we prepare for that? There's only one way to prepare, all right? Through his covering. So I want to get a couple scriptures going into that. All right. So I want to start out on Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put into thy mouth, right? And that's why the men of the Lord are out on the highways and byways speaking the things that are put in the mouths of them by the Lord, you know, getting prepared in that sense and helping others to be prepared according to his standard, the way he wants us to prepare. Not preparing in faith, not preparing in fear. All right, it's two different things. All right. So verse 2 it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All right. It says, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Like the incredulity means disbelief. Like people don't believe that the Lord's coming back to deliver us and destroy this place. People don't believe the Lord exists. People don't believe that the Lord is conducting their every move to bring forth what He spoke of in the beginning. You know, there's a lot of disbelief out here, but you know, not only is the Lord focused on the ones that don't believe, He's focused on the ones that do believe too, that believe in His name, that wait upon His mercy, and those are the elect. All right, verse verse 4 says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." It says, right, but the ones that have faith are going to live through their faith. All right, verse 5 it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." And so, whose side are you going to be on? The ones that He's manipulating to bring it and move according to their fear, or the one that's bringing it and move according to His fear, which is going to increase you in faith? See that? It says, "Behold, the Lord will bring plagues upon the earth." So if it's going to be a dark anything, the Lord's going to bring it, man. Matter of fact, let's go to that real quick. Come back to this. What is it? I think it's Amos. Amos 3. All right, Amos 3 and 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be an evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Right. So anything evil that's coming upon this earth, Yahweh Shemel Shah brought it. He bringing the thunder, moving furniture. So you better move according to his. Like, shall the trumpet be blown in the city and people not be afraid? The unbelievers are not moving in the fear of the Lord. You know. So we understand and hear the trumpet being blown by the men of the Lord out there on the highways and byways, by the elder apostles and everybody that's making these lessons and posting them on the internet for to warn the people of what's to come. By verse 7 it says, "Surely the Lord will do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants the prophets." Right, and those secrets are that's what um um we go out there and prophesy in the wind about on the highways and byways. Just like it said in verse, let's go back to second Ezra, or 15:1. It says, "Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." All right, that's the trumpet being blown. But you have to make the correct sound, because it says if a trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare themselves for the battle? It has to give that certain sound, all right, for the people to understand, those that are meant to understand. All right, so go back to Second Ezra 15:5 again. It said, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." Right, we're at to that point where we're like, all right, the deed is done. Excuse me, the buck stops here. You know, so so how do you prepare for that? Let's read on a little bit further. Like verse 7, it says, Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they have profanely committed, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they have wickedly exercised themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And that's going into Ezekiel 9 and 4. For those that sigh and cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst of this place. Right? The Lord's getting tired of us crying. They're like, oh no, he finna do something now. He said, therefore my Lord, my words will not be prolonged anymore, according to Ezekiel 12 and 28. All right, verse 9. This is how we prepare. It says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. And let's talk about America today. All right, we're talking about Egypt back then, but it's talking about America today. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. That arm of the Lord is Yahushua, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. Right, and that's how America is going to be ultimately destroyed. You know. All right. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment with that Yahweh shall bring upon it, man. All right. So, so, so that's how you prepare. You better prepare in the Lord, listen to His words and what He said. You know, that's the only way to prepare for what's to come. You can't run from the Lord. You know, the arm of the Lord. When Yahweh is sent, like when He was sent into Egypt before to smite the firstborn of the Egyptians, you couldn't run from that. You had to have the blood on the doorpost. So we represent the doorpost today. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. You have to have the blood of Yahweh Shai upon you for that death angel of the destruction to pass by you in these days. All right, let's get some another scripture to close it out. I ain't gonna make this too long. Just you get the point. It's Psalms 33, um, and 18. Hold on, I don't know. I might wanna. Oh, let's start at verse 8. It says, let all the earth fear the Lord. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. So that's what he wants to happen. The Lord, he's just going to get everybody's attention, right? Through the judgment that he's going to bring on this place. It says, for he spake and it was done. He commanded and it stood fast, right? Just like he spoke of the destruction that he's going to bring to this place, he also spoke of the deliverance that he's going to give to his elect, the ones that believe in his name. All right. The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught, and he maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Those imaginations. Like their wickedness is reached unto the heavens. It's reached to the point where the Lord's like, all right, that's enough. It says, the counsel of the Lord standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation whose power is Yahweh, and the people whom he hath chosen for his inheritance. So blessed, and 2/3 of those people are not blessed on this side because they're going to be destroyed. But their blessing is going to come in when they get born into the kingdom. All right. The Lord looketh from heaven, he beholdeth all the sons of men. So the Lord sees everything that we go through. So the Lord understanding, what I'm saying, gives us the understanding, reveals those secrets unto the prophets to prepare us, to prepare our mind, to seal our mind, to focus on Him. When He's like, don't look at what I'm finna do, look at me. Just like don't look down, just focus on me, because He's finna bring hell on this place to the point that if we ain't focused on Him, we gonna get scared too. He gonna bring fear out of everybody, man. All right. It says, from the place of his habitation he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashioneth their hearts alike. He considereth all their works. Right? So the Lord knows everything that's going on. There is no king saved by the multitude of a host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. So there's nothing that we could do to get deliverance from what the Lord is about to bring, man. And horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver any by his strength, great strength. Behold, right? Nobody's going there's nothing anybody's gonna be able to do, you know. It says Slacken, my computer froze up. All right, it says, Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, man. So just like the eyes of the Lord is on the sinful nation, he's also focused on the ones that hope in his mercy, man. That's why that's how we prepare for what's to come. By hoping in Yahweh by Shem Shai and waiting on his mercy. It said to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine, man. We're gonna be in the midst of all this, and we're gonna be everybody gonna see how the Lord is dealing with those that believe in him, man, in those days. He gonna make sure everybody see it, and it's gonna be noticeable. You can't deny it. They like, man, the Lord must you know how people feel like gain is godliness, and they feel like they see somebody, a Christianity type individual that got a lot of wealth and things like that. They're like, oh, the Lord's with them. No, Lord leading you to destruction, my man. I, I remember one of my I used to work for this place, and the school called me and told me I needed to pick up my daughter because she threw up in school and they didn't want her to get on the bus to ride home. All right. So I go into my manager at the time's office and I'm like, hey, Miss So and so, I need to go because you know what I'm saying. But it's I have children. I'm a single father, so it's always something. Always something that comes up. So I usually have to take a lot of time off from these jobs, right? And there was another particular time. There was a bad week. First it was my son, then it was my oldest daughter, now it was my middle daughter, right? And so she stands up from her desk and said, "You're on a path doomed for destruction, my man." It was the funniest thing in the world. I couldn't even get mad. I was laughing so hard. I rebutted something back, but this place is on a path doomed for destruction, right? And anybody that has their mind set on this place is on that same destructive path, right? But the ones that believe and focus on Yahweh by Shem Shai are on a path to greatness, and everybody's going to see it. The Lord's going to make sure that they see it. All right, the Lord's going to make sure that everybody can see that He found favor in us just for believing in His name. Verse 19 it said, "To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine." Our soul waited for the Lord. He is Yahweh. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him because we have trusted in his holy name. Man, that's a beautiful thing, right? Everybody's faith in whatever table that they're setting is going to be tested. And the Lord is going to show that what we believed in and what we stood by, right? Our morals that we stood by in Yahweh Bashim Shai are going to be shown as a gift and as a token, and it's going to lead us all the way to deliverance. It's a beautiful thing. It says, "Let thy mercy, O Lord, Yahweh, be upon us, according to as we hope in thee." So and that's how we prepare for what the Lord is. We always say for what this devil's about to bring, but the Lord's bringing it. The Lord is using to manipulate the devil to bring the judgment on this earth. All right. So keep preparing in faith and indeed doing this work. If you're a man of the Lord out here, man, do the work. Crank it up. Let's get it. That's how we show forth our faith, man. And if you're a man, woman, or child that's just meant to believe, keep on believing. Keep on praying for those that are out there on the battlefield for us. You know how they always say to the military people here, "Thank you for your service." Thank the ones that are out there on the battlefield now. Thank them for their service, or thank us for our service. Not giving us bragging rights, but it's a real serious battle going on out here, man. And it feels good to hear some gratitude for the sacrifices that the Lord set us up to take to honor and glorify His name. All right. Lord willing, this lesson edify and serve His purpose for the hopeful elect, the ones who truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. With that, I want to say, Kal Halayim La Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Bashem, Harakak Wadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and my elder Heron as well. Salutations to the Arkham that are pushing the truth, sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shem El Shai. Keep pushing. We're almost out of here. Shalom.